the fast 5 things you need to know. We'll start your day off swirly, it's the toast. I sound amazing.
Welcome back to the Toast, and happy Monday after Coachella. It's Toastchella. Welcome back. Hey, Jax, how you motherfucking dern?
Dern good. Toastchella greater than Coachella.
Do you feel this call? Wokechella. There was like so many scandals. I know you don't even know about them because a lot of them are happening on TikTok.
It was woke wires crossing Chella.
Yeah, like.
I loved it.
We have so much to talk about.
I want to know more than what I know.
You have no idea what's going on. Do you know about the Starbucks Creator House?
I don't know about the Starbucks Creator House, but that's our sponsor right there, what they do.
I will tell you all about it in our first story where we recap Coachella. Hey, Jax, welcome back to the show. I didn't speak to you all weekend. We kept missing each other.
We were playing phone tag all weekend, I think starting Friday night. We actually spoke a little bit Friday night, but then, of course, like Ben walked into the room and I was done.
Ruined everything.
By the way, classic Claude.
Claude? Classic Ben. He comes in the room and just like demands, like, he's so controlling.
But like classic just, like, Claude hanging up for him.
Yeah, sorry. Like I'm like if you're in the room with me, you do take precedent unless there's like an emergency on the phone.
No, I'm just saying. Like, I feel like people wouldn't like think that about you.
I let a man control me, and I think some of you bitches could actually like benefit from being controlled by your man because some of you guys are out of control. I'm 100% kidding.
She lets a man control her. I just feel like people don't know that about her.
No, and I just want to say, letting a man control you is grossly underrated. I'm not talking about obviously in like a toxic, manipulative, abusive way. I'm talking about just like a few years ago, I made the decision to like let Ben do stuff.
Okay.
Because I'm very controlling and like I have to do it. And then I think maybe when I was pregnant, I like didn't have the energy. I couldn't do things. So I started relying on Ben for like random things. And now Ben does a lot of things. And I feel like I'm actually doing less. And it's such a genuine pleasure to be a kept woman in whatever regard, whether your husband pays the bills or your husband does all the physical labor in the house. Like, normalize like letting your husband do stuff. It's kind of amazing.
Okay, so that's not him controlling you if you just like relinquished a tiny bit of control.
He thinks he's controlling me, but I'm really controlling him. T.
Well, all is to say, we didn't get to talk this weekend because Ben kept walking in demanding your time.
I'm exhausted. I am exhausted. I did not stop socializing this weekend. Like my social battery, 0.
Sorry to hear it.
I went out Friday night after bedtime, Saturday night after bedtime, and I was out all day Sunday, like socializing with friends, you know? I guess that's what happens when you just like pick up and hang out with your family for 3 months straight. Like you do have to come back
up with friends.
And like mend fences. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice. I had a very relaxing weekend. A lot of time padding around the house with Maxie. You know, Zach took the big boys out. Got them their energy out, and then I get to stay cozy.
Cozy?
Yeah, but we did go out last night. We went out for dinner to your favorite restaurant.
Oh, you did go out to dinner to my favorite restaurant in Florida. And when I was in Florida, I asked you 1,000 times if we could go to my favorite restaurant, and you were just like always busy, or you know,
they never could take us, and like we needed to eat so early, and they never could take us so early. Really. They never could take us so early. We went at like 4, but we ate at 5.
I did so many things. Like, first of all, I was like so out and about. I went out with my celebrity mom group. I don't know if you guys saw my viral TikTok that I made.
Did you post it on Reels? Why didn't you post it on Reels?
I don't know. I feel shy on Reels on TikTok.
I know.
Like,
I feel like you only give your best of your best to Reels.
Yeah. And
but why wouldn't
need to stop doing that? I don't know.
But why wouldn't you feel like that was your best of your best, especially if it's like with Stassi, Shannon, Taylor, and they are like big on Instagram too.
Yeah, no, I should have just like converted to Reels. Now it's too late for sure. I did something crazy that evening.
What did you do?
Okay, so we were ordering food and ordering appetizers, and we went to like this very like fancy restaurant. They serve like a lot of champagne, caviar, martini vibes. You know, very like New York, like kind of Russian actually. And everyone's like being weird about appetizers. I said, you guys, like a fun fact about me, I don't eat appetizers, so like do the appetizers amongst yourself. And they're like, should we do this and should we do that? And they're all just like giving weird eyes. I'm like, what's not being said here? And of course, Taylor Strecker was like, does anyone like want to get caviar? And you know, it's like $400, so you can't just order it for the group. And then of course, Shannon and Stassi were like, for sure. So I don't partake in those sort of festivities. My palate is just not mature enough. And they brought it out and everyone's like, you know, eating it up. And I'm just like looking around being like, you're very cardboard of me. I'm like, you know, we are going to have to split this dinner right down the middle. And everyone's indulging in $400 caviar. And the way they served it, it came with a bugle. like the chips they used to put on your pinky finger.
Okay.
And, I love a bugle. And I felt weird about just like taking just a bugle. Like, how tacky am I? So they were like, you have to try. And so everyone actually made me a little bugle in a way that they thought I would like it. And I was like judging whose was the best. Taylor Strecker really does know me. Let me tell you, it was kind of good.
Caviar is good. That's the headline.
The bugle definitely like was the right vessel for me, but I ate caviar. And then the next night, Ben ordered it too, and I ate it again.
It's so good. You're going to get gout.
Well, then at dinner, Shannon and I were like, we're going to get gout, haha. And Stassi was like, well, you can't actually get gout because, Stassi's like a period piece girl. She like, watches and reads a lot about like old period. When, the King's disease was very popular to get gout back in the day. It comes up now. She didn't know that like in the modern era.
It comes up now with lottery winners.
And Brian Kelly. Like, fun fact is like, I know someone who had gout.
Yeah.
And Shannon also knows someone who has gout. And Stassi thought we were like pranking her. She was like, you can't get gout now.
That's like telling someone they'll get consumption. It's like, that's a outdated
She had
disease.
no idea gout existed in the modern world. And I'm like, no. It 100%
it's a
does.
real
She's like,
threat. Watch that toe.
I'm like, your big toe. It's very painful, actually. She's like, you guys are fucking with me. She literally did not believe us. I'm like, why would we make that up? Like 100%.
But you would.
I would.
Yeah. So it's reasonable that she thought you were messing with her.
Then I also went out Saturday night. Like, I went to the Polo Bar. I'm extremely cool. Like, I'm sorry. I don't know what you guys want me to say. I went to the Polo Bar and I had an amazing meal and I had an amazing time. I was so tired. And then on Sunday, I woke up and I went to Jersey City. And I only cross state lines for one person, two people, one household. One household. Three people, one household. I got to meet the Taylor's baby. I haven't met them. And Ben has met her weirdly before me. Oh my God.
Taylor and Taylor Jr.?
TJ.
Do they call her Taylor Jr.?
No, they call her Bo.
They should call her TJ.
Oh my God, she was so cute. And then Brian came with his kids, who I've obviously met, but it was just like sort of a meeting of the minds. Kind of what Taylor Strecker was calling the Turnt Girls reunion. Kind of like Turnt Girls all grown up,
Do the Turnt
It was very
Girls
civilized.
know that there's a war on Turnt?
That's a good question. I don't think they do because we're still using it and it's like, it was a safe space. Like we
Yeah.
were using it in its original form.
Yeah, but you guys definitely have haters.
1000%.
Who
Oh, and I
doesn't?
told Ben also this weekend that we have to watch Ken Burton's Central Park because we went to Central Park on Saturday and we just like situated ourselves up on this hill. We rolled out our outdoor blanket and it was
You
kind of
think
like
that hill just landed there?
Right.
That hill was part of a years-long planning process.
And Ben and I were talking about how it was kind of like the best hour of our life. It was the most perfect day. I was perched up on a hill. I could see the duck pond. The cherry blossoms were in bloom. And like, I don't know if I've ever been happier in my life than I was sitting on this hill that Ken Burns built. So I said, Ben, we have to watch this thing. We didn't, but we will. It's like on my list.
And you know that Ken Burns didn't build it. You know that, right?
I've seen the Mindy Project. I know who Ken Burns is.
Okay. I just don't want to be spreading misinformation. God forbid we would never.
Never.
I also did something crazy. I started that book that everyone's talking about, Strangers.
I was talking to like former members of my book club, which like hasn't met in 2 years. And everyone was like, somebody wrote in the chat, like, is anyone reading books anymore? And we were like, yeah. A couple of people were like, I'm about to start, or I'm thinking about starting Strangers. And they were like, should we read it and get together? So hope springs eternal for my book club. Okay?
That would be a good book club book. I'm really enjoying it. I didn't know really anything about it going into it. It says like Strangers, a memoir of a broken marriage or whatever. So I'm like, okay, it's a memoir.
Yeah, it's like about a divorce. I'm going to read it, so don't tell me.
I'm not going to tell you that much, but then I start reading it and I'm like, oh, right, a memoir. Even sometimes in the book, if they're like, this is my story, I'm like, well, is that just a ploy? Like, is it really a work of nonfiction? Which it is. It's just this woman's memoir. But this woman, aside from her story of her divorce, like, is like has like a crazy legacy. Like her grandma is Babe Paley, who was like married.
Wait, please don't tell me.
No, but it's not a spoiler or anything.
No, I know. I just like, I want to go into the book how you went into the book.
Just like completely blind. I'm like, this woman has like such like
impressive.
Yeah, and she's just like spilling the beans. It's kind of great, but she's earned the right to do so.
I'm in the middle of the Redheads book, Next to Heaven. I would say I'm about 60% through. I'm really enjoying it, but he kind of needs to get to the point. And I really don't like reading books written by men. It makes you feel weird. And on the book jacket, he's got this big picture of himself, and like I keep accidentally flipping to it. And the book is kind of sexual, and it's just like,
oh wait, I haven't seen the photo.
Yeah, don't.
I don't mind reading books by men because I so rarely do it that it's like just something different.
And then on the book jacket, it says he's the bad boy of American literature. That's like,
he is. He was like so canceled.
Was he?
He's a canceled author. Yeah.
Wait, what did he do?
Okay, maybe you remember this when we were growing up. his name's James Frey. He had the biggest book in the world called A Million Little Pieces. It was Oprah's book club book. It it took over the country. You know how once in a while a memoir does that? Everyone's talking about it.
Strangers.
It's the biggest thing. Strangers, bigger than that, like just everywhere this book was. And then it turned out that he it was his memoir and or his story, and it turned out that he made up a lot of it and wasn't totally
I don't really
true.
care.
I don't really care either, but that is just dishonest.
So this particular book I like because each chapter's 3 or 4 pages, and I could be like, oh, just one more chapter. I like, me, I like short things. But each chapter, there's this big mystery, right? I think they tell you at the beginning someone gets murdered and you don't know who it is, how it is, who, what, when, where, why, how. And so each chapter is sort of leading up to this big build of who gets murdered and why. And it's you need to sort of land the plane already. I've read 100 chapters and it's and he always wins until he doesn't. And it's well, what are we talking about? Every chapter ends in some sort of cliffhanger, spooky. And she was smiling until she wasn't.
Now that you're reading it, who do you think, while you're in the middle of it, who do you think gets murdered? Just
obviously it's going to be Anna because everybody here is wealthy and privileged. And she's just the lovely housekeeper trying to make enough money to send back to her family who was deported. So the book, she's obviously the one who's going to get killed. And she's getting a little too involved with the crazy rich people.
Yeah. Okay. We'll circle back on that prediction.
Wait, I had something else to say.
Because we've got a lot of stories to discuss.
I know. And I kind of want to get all my personal drama out of the way. So I'm not
Are
coming
you having
back.
a lot of personal drama?
Always. When you have as many friends as I do, it's kind of comes with the territory,
Yeah.
What was I going to say? Ugh.
It'll come back.
I've actually been thinking I need to get a really cute pad and pen.
Yeah. I've been saying.
Have you?
I have one. It's
Let's
amazing.
shut that down. No, I need it right here.
Yeah. Mine's
on my armchair. You have one?
Yeah.
I don't see
it's
it.
over there. It's over there.
Not much use to you over
it's
there.
Strayed. It's strayed.
What was I going to say? Give me 1 minute. We were talking about strangers, Bell Burden. What did we talk about right before Bell Burden? Whatever. It's how uninteresting is it listening to somebody
Yeah.
trying to recall? It's almost as bad. Actually, I had a crazy dream this weekend, but I won't tell you.
Absolutely not.
I won't tell you, but I did tell a couple of people and they were really shocked by it. So it's not if you're personally invested in my life, which I think that you are, you would care about the dream, but nobody listening to the podcast would care about the dream.
But I was thinking about dreams in general. I feel like they're the only part of the world, human beings that doesn't make sense. Everything else about human beings serves a function, is so rational to the next thing, every set down to the cells in our body. What the fuck are dreams?
I thought what you were going to say that I think is a better point. Not to not support your calls.
Well, assess. Why don't you throw it out
I
there?
think the craziest part of dreams is that it's the only part of the human experience. It's genuinely what's the word I'm looking for? I do believe you connect with alternate universes and those who have passed away, all through your dreams. Everything is so grounded in reality, your body, but your dreams are the one time as a human being, where you get to experience I don't know, some spooky magical realism, you know?
That's literally what I was saying. Everything else makes sense.
Oh, I guess we did say the same thing, but mine, I feel I framed it a little bit more whimsical.
Okay, but I'm so glad that it's the same thing that we're saying.
Yeah. All that to say, I had a crazy dream this weekend.
Glad that
and I won't tell you guys about it.
Because it is spooky whimsical, so it's nonsensical, really.
Yeah.
Which is weird because the rest of the world is very orderly.
Ain't that the truth? Artemis returned.
It's a story.
Oh, okay. Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Let's get into the stories because there's lots to discuss in the Fast 5 stories that you do need to know.
And the Fast 5 stories that you need to know is brought to you by Good Ranchers. Grilling season is almost here. The weather's finally warming up, which means grilling season is basically here. And if you're anything like us, you're already thinking about planning your first backyard barbecue of the year. And for us, we know what's on the grill. It's Good Ranchers. So Good Ranchers partners with local farms and ranchers to deliver 100% American meat straight to your door. It's pasture raised, has no antibiotics, and no added hormones. It's a kind of quality you can actually feel good about serving the people around your table. Obviously, Good Ranchers is great for so many reasons. One, if you want to support American farmers, American ranchers, this is a very easy way to do it. The experience is very pargy. Their cuts of meat, their seafood are divine. It's shipped to your door. The process is very streamlined, very organized, and you're getting really good quality. And they just launched custom boxes. Now you can build your own box with cuts that your family loves. Steaks for grilling, grilling, chicken for weeknight dinners, or whatever you reach for most. Start your plan today and you'll get free meat included with every order. And with our code TOAST, you can get $25 off your first order. That's free meat with every order, $25 off your first order with our code TOAST when you start your plan at goodranchers.com. Goodranchers.com, it's American meat delivered. You won't want to miss it, especially barbecue season. This is very exciting when Good Ranchers switches to like their summertime grilling copy. That means like it's almost time for us to like, you know, summer. And Good Ranchers is a staple if you love throwing barbecues, if you love grilling it up. Grilling, you okay? You getting emotional about the barbecue?
About summer.
Goodranchers.com. Use code TOAST for $25 off your first order. And free meat included with every order. Today's episode is also brought to you by Quince. Actually, I had kind of a Quince journey last night. I'll tell you guys about it. I've been doing a spring reset with my closet. I've also been doing a spring reset with Ruby's closet, focusing more on quality over quantity and building a wardrobe of pieces that are made well, versatile, and easy to reach for every day. And that's why I keep coming back to Quince. So I've slowly been transitioning Ruby's closet over because he chews on his clothes a lot. And I haven't been particular about like materials up until this point. But now that he's chewing on his clothes, because we dropped the pathway, I'm a little bit more concerned about like what the clothes are made of. And Taylor Strecker's always putting her baby in Quince. I didn't even think about it. They have baby clothes. The materials are just pargy, like in terms of cotton. So Quince makes beautiful everyday pieces using premium materials like 100% European linen, organic cotton, and super soft denim with style starting around $50. Their spring pieces are lightweight, breathable, and effortless. It's the kind of thing you can throw on and instantly look put together. So I love their adult clothes. We've raved about them for years. I've got trousers, I've got cashmere sweaters, I've got linen sets, all made well, like designer level quality, but without the designer markup. They partner directly with factories, cutting out the cost of the middleman and then passing the savings on to the customer. So you're literally wearing things that are the same level of quality as super high-end designers, but you are saving so much money. And do not sleep on their baby clothes. I don't know why it never occurred to me because I was looking for like organic cotton clothes for Ruby, like mostly pajamas. And last night I placed a huge order thanks to Taylor Strecker. So Quince works directly with those ethical factories. They cut out the middleman and you're paying for quality, not markup. So refresh you and your baby's spring wardrobe with Quince. Go to quince.com/toast for free shipping and 365-day returns. Now available in Canada, quince.com/toast for free shipping and 365-day returns. Today's episode is also brought to you by Yasso. So we need to talk about something just like that's going on, you know? I think a lot of us are always looking for, you know, better for you sweet treats, better for you frozen desserts. Swaps, right. And every time you try one, you think it's going to be the thing that's going to satisfy your craving, but also like not be so terrible for you. And it almost always misses the mark. And that's why Yasso stands out so much in the freezer aisle. Yasso is, sometimes I eat them and I'm like, oh, I'm so bad. But it's literally not, you know, like that's how good it is. So Yasso is frozen Greek yogurt, like sweet treats. And I know what you're going to say, like Turdy doesn't eat Greek yogurt and I don't. I actually have a really big issue with people who do eat Greek yogurt like regular. But I don't know how they took out that like gnarly, like tangy taste. It is so
They
good.
froze it out.
It's so good. They make like pops, they make bars, they make pop-ums, and now they have a new product called Spoonables that comes in 5 flavors. Chocolate chip cookie dough, cookies and cream, which is my favorite, fudge brownie, mint chocolate chip, coffee chocolate chip. They are so good. Each spoonable has 400 calories and 19 grams of protein per container, so it really feels like a satisfying full treat. They also have the bars that I always have on stock. Like whenever I place a grocery order, I just always add. It's the chocolate crunch bars, which are my favorite. They have the traditional ice cream sandwiches. They're also giving away 40,001 of the new Spoonables, so definitely take advantage of that. Visit yasso.com/toast to enter and upgrade your freezer. That's YASSO.com/toast to enter and find full giveaway details, rules, and regulations. Thank you, Yasso.
Thank you, Yasso.
You're welcome.
Jertso. You're welcome, Jertso. Our first story.
It's weird. My headphones aren't working. I can't hear anything.
You're welcome, Jertso.
Hello?
Our first story. Coachella 2026.
Coachella.
Sabrina, Justin, Teddy Swims, Addison, everybody. Kylie Chella. I would say it was Kylie Chella.
Let's break it down in a couple of categories. First, let's start with the performances. You know, that's what everybody shows up for.
And let's sort of go in like order of how we experienced it.
So I saw Sabrina, and I just want to say, not 1 ounce of my soul wanted to be at Coachella. Like, it's a young girl's game, you know? I'm not interested. However, like, seeing Sabrina, whom, like, I think is one of the greatest performers of our time. Like, she fires on all cylinders constantly. Wardrobe, dancing, pyro, vocals, hair, like, everything. She's so amazing. I just love her so much. It was so fun. It was so fresh. I feel like she's been on tour for like 3 years straight. And I know her tour by heart by now, like from TikTok, the same outfits, the Juno position, yada, yada. This was totally new, totally fresh. I hadn't seen most of it before, and I actually really wanted to be there. It looked like I just love her.
Yeah, it looked really amazing. Like the sets were insane. And just like really big. Really big.
She was just firing on all cylinders in every category. Like doing the most dancing, the most with the background singers, the most with like, it was just a spectacle, as Coachella should be. You know, it's a performance for 100,000 people, some of whom are standing a mile away. Like you need to be able to see things. It's a big thing. So I thought she crushed it.
Yeah, it looked really amazing, but was totally overshadowed by the scandal that she's found herself in.
Oh, yeah.
So during her performance, and also all the performances are like live streamed. You can watch at home. So people were watching at home and everybody.
So it's not even like you're performing for 100,000 people. No. You're performing for like 5 million
And it's
people.
like high quality. It's like a concert DVD.
Yep.
But in a clip from the festival, an audience member can be heard voicing what we now know is a Zagruta chant. And Sabrina stops the concert while she's sitting at the piano. She says, I think I heard someone yodel. Is that what you're doing? I don't like it. The attendee.
So it's like a quiet part of the concert.
Yeah, she's like sitting at the piano talking, and someone is doing this Zagruta cheer.
So I actually know the cheer because it's North African. So
it's Middle Eastern and North African.
So when I do it with my Moroccan, like I've been to a wedding in Morocco where I and it's like a celebratory chant. It's very positive.
And it's not
like loud.
Like, it's not specific to like one religion either. I feel like people are like thinking that it's, you know, she's being Islamophobic. I mean, Muslims do it, Christians do it, Jews do it. It's just it's regional more so. It's not religious. And so we don't even know the person who was doing it in the audience.
Right. She could be a Jew and believe in God.
She could be a Christian.
Yeah, no, it's true. So it is associated with a region.
So then she goes, the person in the audience is having a conversation with Sabrina somehow. In this
Which is insane when you think about the like how many people. I can't believe you could even hear someone in the front row when you're Sabrina. The stage is so big. Even if you have barricade, like you're the first person, you are still maybe 100 feet away from the performer.
And we can hear it in the live stream. It's so crazy. And
they must have been doing it so loud.
So the girl shouts back, "It's my culture." And Sabrina's like, "That's your culture, is yodeling?" And the audience member yelled back, "It's a call of celebration." And then Sabrina goes, "Is this Burning Man? What's going on? This is weird." And then she went back to her performance.
I will say the interaction is so strange on both of their parts. Like, Sabrina, this is the biggest moment of your career. Why have you stopped to acknowledge like some random in the audience? Random in the audience. I appreciate you trying to make this a teachable moment, but just like genuinely not the time. Of course, the people on the internet just ran with it so much. So I thought it was so silly. Like it was so clearly a misunderstanding. Like, sure, you could say Sabrina's being insensitive. She has no idea what's going on. You could also argue that like the person screaming in the front row and Sabrina's trying to have a quiet moment is disrespectful to the performer. Like, are we really gonna dive into this random moment where she has in-ear monitors and she can't, like, it's so stupid. I couldn't believe how big it got that Sabrina actually responded after this big moment in her career.
She said, "My apologies. I didn't see this person with my eyes and couldn't hear clearly. My reaction was pure confusion, sarcasm, and not ill-intended. Could have handled it better. Now I know what a Zagruta is. I welcome all cheers and yodels from here on out."
Okay, like
it's just funny she's found herself in this like sticky situation, and she is like very woke, so I think she's like not just gonna brush it off, even though I think her response is like perfectly appropriate. And like for me as like a rational headed person, like this is really a nothing burger. I don't think she meant to be insensitive, but it's funny how when she thought the person was yodeling, she was like fine to make fun of their culture, but then they're telling her
that it's North African.
Yeah, like she said, "Is that yodeling? I don't like it. It's weird." And like, but then now that it's like Middle Eastern, North African, like, I'm sorry, that isn't talented. But no, if it's a yodel, you can make fun of it. It's just funny, like the woke wires being crossed, because I don't think she would ever want to offend or come off as like culturally insensitive or ignorant. In that moment,
culturally insensitive is in this day and age like genuinely one of the worst things you can be labeled. Like it is a career ender.
Unless it's yodelers and
correct
rednecks. So I think she just was hearing something and was confused by it and like didn't know all the layers that she was stepping into. So I think she must really regret that. But like in the moment she just heard, but yeah, it was sort of an overreaction, but I do feel like she like banters a lot in her set. So like if she's hearing something, she's like talking about it, you know, she loves, that's her personality, is like quippy. And I think she just like stepped into something that she couldn't
get out of.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was like crazy to see people's reactions, like the things she was being called. And I guess like she had to respond. I thought it was so asinine. It was so clearly, you think she knows what this thing is? And like it was so clearly a misunderstanding.
I don't think anybody thinks like she knows what it is and like is putting down the culture. I think they would say that that's ignorant, that she didn't know what it was.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess it is ignorant because like I know what it is.
Yeah, totally. And it's funny. I wonder why the person who was doing it hasn't like come forward, you know?
Literally a documentary.
No, like usually we would know who that person was. And I also think, you know, they could get Sabrina off the hook a little bit.
Well, of course, I'm waiting for her next song to have a Zagruta like baked into the track, and she's actually bringing the person. No, because she's bringing in the person who did it, and she has like a cut of the song, and she's lifting up, you know, North African voices, Middle Eastern voices. That's going to be like the backtrack to her next lead single.
But that's also cultural appropriation, not good.
No, I don't think it's
she
cultural
didn't know what it was
appropriation.
last week, and now she's making money off it this week.
But she's not. That's what I'm saying. She'll
be donating the
Sabrina's
proceeds?
not doing the Zagruta. The person from Coachella is.
But she's making money from the song.
She's going to loop it into the track, and then that person's vocals on the track, and you get like a piece.
Right, but she's making money from the song. Like,
Well,
and she's going
all
to
the
make
proceeds will be donated to the Zagruta Foundation. Like, that's the only way to do it.
Yeah, this is just a funny one. I feel like people don't really know, like.
Yeah, like because it's so clearly like not an actual offensive. Like she didn't set out to hurt anyone, and it just became so big. I couldn't believe she responded.
I did. I've been seeing. I only know like what trickles down to me, and like for as much as I've seen her sitting on the seat that was sprinkling water.
Yeah,
I've seen Zagruta Gate.
Yeah. Okay, Zagruta Gate.
It is everywhere, which is crazy.
Yeah.
And I think if she didn't respond to it, like she wouldn't be like the woke queen that she is.
Right.
You know, she brought out Susan Sarandon.
Yeah.
So her wires are getting crossed as well. I think everybody's really confused.
And there's also like, you know, Coachella in its, or like at its core is controversial.
Explain.
So the company that owns Coachella, I think it's called Golden Voice.
Golden Voice.
And, you know, it's kind of how like Chick-fil-A is controversial because they support the Salvation Army.
Okay.
Like people like say you can't go to Chick-fil-A because like it's homophobic, I think. That's
but what does that have to do with the Salvation Army?
They are considered controversial because of their work with Salvation Army, which I think...
What did the Salvation Army do?
Why is the Salvation Army considered homophobic to people? Question mark. I know there's a thing here. I just can't remember. Yeah. Past policies, public statements, and controversies, some of which date back decades and some more recent. Because Salvation Army is like a very traditional Christian organization, like married. So it's a Christian church organization that believes, you know, historically, they've had some sort of like, you know, crazy takes on the church. I mean, marriage.
Gay marriage.
Yeah.
And Chick-fil-A
like
Salvation Army.
Yeah, it's like a part of their
Doesn't
brand.
everywhere support Salvation Army?
The Santa's on the street in New York City or Salvation Army. Yeah,
isn't like. I guess I'll have to look now. Notice
and
it.
why
I
is
just see
Golden
it everywhere.
Voice also considered controversial? I remember Golden Voice, the company behind Coachella. They've had a few. Yeah, right. Very similar. You know, like a not a founder, but like a big the owner is, you know, against LGBTQ plus. So for like a lot of actually I feel like Pink won't do it, but for the most part, like all these artists, they still do it.
That's crazy. I didn't know that.
Yes, I know. Like I'm very up with like what the wokies are up to. Like I try to keep up. So,
and Lady Gaga did it.
Yes, yeah. So it is considered. So you know how some people consider doing the Super Bowl halftime show? Not so much anymore. But I feel like when it was the Pepsi show, it was considered like controversial to it. Pink won't do it, right?
Why?
I just think like the NFL is like drama. I'm actually not 100% sure. I think maybe it had something to do with like Colin Kaepernick.
What?
Even though like, yeah, no. So also to say, accepting the gig is inherently, if you're, you know, going with that mentality, is inherently like not an acceptable thing to do.
But everyone who attends is like,
of course.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it was like a couple of years ago, and like it was just inconvenient for people to boycott Coachella, so they didn't, you know?
Okay.
But if you're taking, like, you know, if you're going to be legitimate and authentic to your cause, you shouldn't perform at
Chapel was
Coachella.
there.
Yes, she was.
She must not know about this. Someone should tell her.
I'm telling you, everyone knows. You just like, it's inconvenient. It's too big.
That's so crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's why I didn't go.
Yeah.
I'm taking a
We were
stand.
invited.
I'm taking a
And
stand.
then the next day was Justin Bieber.
Yes.
And now I'm about to be like Wokechella because I had a thought and then I saw people saying it and it made me feel better because like I'm not like a huge Justin Bieber fan. Obviously, I know the hits. I know all of them. And I think he's great and I love his wife.
But if
and I thought his performance
that,
was like good and cute and I liked it and he looked really healthy and I thought it was overwhelmingly positive. But just the paradox of him on that stage and Sabrina on that stage, who seriously probably needs to sleep for a month, versus him, like he had his cute little computer moment and he was watching videos on YouTube and then people are using that. But that was only like 20 minutes of like a long show.
and I think that was the best 20 minutes, not shading the other performance, but I think if you were there, it was amazing to experience, like watching him do the YouTube, like it sounds like shit, but I think it was so much fun.
Yeah, no, and then even the parts where he was doing the regular performance where he had like some, you know, instrumentalists
Swag.
on stage. Yeah, it was still just so much lower effort in all aspects than Sabrina's. And I don't think that's necessarily like a dig at Justin. I think it's like what we demand from our male performers versus I saw people being like, Sabrina's wardrobe really missed the mark. It's like, are you fucking serious? The level of expectation from the audience from our male pop stars versus our female pop stars, like the level of critique we give to the women versus the men, like it's actually insane if any of the female performers got up there and did what he did and carved out a whole section, which I enjoyed, but like the YouTube thing where he didn't even sing like the full songs and mostly was like using YouTube as a backtrack. It's really crazy. It's really just compared, like these two things happening back to back, Friday and Saturday, like the difference was so palpable. It was shocking.
It didn't really bother me. I feel like it's like it's not the expectation, it's like what we accept from them. And I feel like for Justin, you know, when he got booked and he is who he is, like that's what you're booking. You're booking
No,
him.
and by the way, I think it was a 10 out of 10
And
Justin
there
Bieber
are
performance.
some women who perform like that.
Billie Eilish.
Yes, she comes to mind.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it's more thought through than like it seems when she's just like laying there and talking and singing and whatever. And the lights and everything has like a meaning. Kanye performs like that too, just sort of
yes.
like
on a unique stage.
Yeah, and it's like what we'll accept for those performers because it's also what we expect given their catalog. But like Sabrina's just on another level, and I think that Sabrina's performance was more impressive than Justin's performance. Now Justin got paid more, right?
Did he?
They're saying like 10 million. I think Sabrina might have gotten like 8 million.
That's so crazy.
But also,
and I guess
Justin has like, first of all, Sabrina's on a tour to pop over to Indigo to do another show is like really no sweat off her back. He hasn't performed like that in so many years. It's a real value for his fans. So many people came to Coachella to see him because you're not going to see him perform anywhere else. It's just a different value.
Yes,
like,
but I just want to say it's not no sweat off Sabrina's back. It was an entirely new show while she's still doing her original show.
Yeah, but
she can operate at that level.
She can operate at that level.
She's a Disney kid. Like
he's going through stuff. It seems like he's doing better. No, but it's just like. What Sabrina did was easier for Sabrina than I think what Justin did.
We're meeting people
Justin.
where they're at.
Yeah, but I think for his fans, like that's what they want from him.
I mean, people sobbing, like literally sobbing during his performance.
It's really crazy.
I love Justin Bieber. Like I think his music is so good. I'm not like a believer, you know? But I can appreciate like that the songs are amazing. And I really I love him. I think he has a funny personality. And I think like him and Haley are the best. I like him like a lot because of his wife. I can't lie. I'm not one of like, I didn't have a Bieber stan account on Twitter like back in the day. And there are a lot of people I know like who did.
Yeah. And I think that it was good. It seemed like it was fun. The
yes, I think it was
part,
an objectively
was
good performance.
Yeah, like, and he did it. And I don't think people knew what he was going to do. And he he sounded great. He is laughing at himself. He did the, it's not clocking to that I'm standing on business. Like, he gave everyone those moments. Like, it's funny. And that was his Coachella performance. Now, if it wasn't good enough, then he probably won't get another one. But
no, it was good enough. That's what I'm saying. Like, it was a great performance. I think everyone at Coachella was happy with him. Everyone online was happy with him. It's just when you put it up against...
Not everyone online happy with him. Not everyone online
I thought it was a great performance, but I think that it also speaks to the difference in expectations for male and female pop stars. Like, that's all I'm saying. And it's not Justin Bieber's fault. I think he did everything great. When he sang With You, like, I almost cried. Like, so cute.
Yeah.
I feel like he was, like, healing himself through the performance. And his vocals were on point. Like, it was all great. All I'm saying is when you just look at it side by side, it's interesting.
Yeah, but also he has like a catalog of songs that speak like that just need to be played,
Yeah.
Like she has a lot of her music is like newer music for the last like 2-3 years that like she's selling.
Yeah.
You don't have to sell Beauty and a Beat.
I was going to say,
just have to press play.
Did sing a small portion of Beauty and a Beat, which we spoke about because
Justin.
The rap does reference Selena Gomez, which kind of makes it like unsingable. But I like what he did. He just sang a small snippet. That song is so good.
Was he like really on YouTube?
No way.
It wasn't like connected to the Wi-Fi. He wasn't doing
I feel like it was
searches.
a pre-recorded video and he was like working with it.
I would need to see, like, did other things come up in the search bar? I saw someone be like, good thing he didn't typo Jelena.
Yes, so that makes me think other videos did come up, but it all looked like pre-approved. I'm telling you, it was
because
computer
that would
generated.
be a fucking wild thing to do, like sharing your screen at
Insane.
Coachella.
Insane.
What if a text comes through from
Of course,
Selena?
I could never. I also liked Justin and like what he brought to the festival, like
Which
in terms
was
of his
his
social
wife
circle.
and his
Kylie,
wife's friends.
Kendall Jenner, who was spotted making out with Jacob Elordi, which like, are you sure they haven't dated before? Like it's so like
and like does
Kaya
she know
Gerber.
Olivia? Like they also look
I know.
alike.
Yeah,
They look
yeah.
alike.
No,
They're
obviously,
like the male
it's
and female
exciting.
version of each other.
Yes, so that's a great call. Obviously, it's exciting because like young Hollywood things, but like it's so uninspired on both of their parts. Like, okay,
But
sure.
I'm happy for her to have a little desert romance.
Speaking of Kendall Jenner, you know that story I told you about Alix Earle on the date where I finished the video, but apparently he like asked her if she did OnlyFans. He had like no idea who she was and he was so disrespectful and they never ate. People are saying it was Devin Booker. I don't know why they say that, but like that's sort of what the internet has decided allegedly. Is that crazy?
Yeah, that is crazy. Run from that sister.
No, that was the other one. Simmons. That sister who like made that really weird video about Kendall Jenner baking her a cookie. Like she was so mean and jealous.
It's disgusting.
That was not Devin Booker's sister.
Okay, so that's better.
And then Karol G was the third night, and I did not see one video, actually.
Oh.
I feel like...
I was wondering who was the third night because I thought maybe I would be seeing it this morning, but I haven't been on my phone. So I was like, oh, I thought it was Post Malone.
No, I only see Coachella through the eyes of influencers. Friends of mine don't go.
Margot Oshry was there activating.
Right, so I see it through Margot doing her Addison Rae Lucky Brand collab. Margot like ran a brand influencer trip. She's so crazy.
And I
like,
just want to say, so like if we wanted to go to Coachella, like
we could have. Yeah, we could have been in the Lucky House, like wearing our Addison shorts. I mean, that never would have happened. I could never wear those little shorts.
Never.
Yeah, but like our sister was there, like running a brand house, and there's so much drama with the brands.
Okay, tell me the drama.
So I saw there were a couple of brands that took people. Like Alix Earle did her own thing with Real Actives. Poppy brought a couple of influencers, like big names, Jake Shane. Who else? Lucky.
Revolve. What was Revolve doing?
Did they do? I don't think they do like a house anymore. They do their big festival, Camp Poosh.
Revolve around the world. What about
Revolve Fest?
Revolve Fest. Was there a Revolve Fest?
Yeah.
Okay.
There was also Camp Poosh, which was like a mini Revolve
that.
Fest. They had Ashley Simpson perform.
Oh, cute. Masked Singer.
Yeah. A couple of houses. I saw some people were there with Barbie, Danielle Carolan, and Alandria.
What are they promoting?
I don't know.
I
like
loved
Mattel?
the content.
Me too.
But what are we promoting? What do you want me to buy here? How can I support this house?
Danielle Carolan. I don't know.
You know what I mean? I actually
don't
meant
know.
to text Margot, like, what's the association?
Perhaps it's just like a brand awareness campaign. I don't know.
Consider me aware.
Correct.
I'm aware.
Consider me also confused. Like
I'm ready to buy. Tell me
then
what.
there was a Starbucks house with a bunch of like TikTokers. I wasn't familiar with really any of them. Starbucks, which felt so random. And like if you're like a young Gen Z wokey on TikTok, Starbucks is a no-go. There's been like a boycott of Starbucks since the war in Israel because somebody like literally started a rumor that Starbucks is Zionist. I mean, it's literally not. They refused to open stores in Israel. Like they closed down the one that they had in 2003. And like, I think what they're trying to say is they're boycotting Starbucks because the CEO is a Jew.
Okay.
And so it's considered no-go. Like if you take a video, if you're like a wokey TikToker and you have like Starbucks in your video, like the comments will be about it, you know?
Okay. Very normal. Very normal.
It is considered like a hard no-go, but they brought a couple of, I think they brought like 10. They had a house. And so, you know, a couple of creators stayed at the house, all of their videos, you know, you have deliverables you have to do. And it took the internet by storm because they were like,
the Zionist house.
Yeah, the Zionist house. And I want to say a lot of things.
Who are the creators?
Okay, so the one that I know is Audrey Peters. She makes like really cute New York City TikToks about like,
I've heard of her.
yeah, like designer bags. Like she's super nice. And it's like, I don't really know what you guys expect from Audrey Peters. Like she's out here like making a living and she talks about like exclusively fashion. Like she collects really cool pieces and she has a great, you know, the Hermes sales associate. She's like one of those girls. And it's like, are you okay?
Like, are you okay?
Yeah, and she drinks coffee. And like, I don't think she has a personal gripe with Starbucks. And it was like, I think like it's, so I'm not going to make like a blanket statement. I think, oh, who are we talking about? I don't think she's ever come out and made a political post. Like she's just having fun with her bags, you know? So like leave the girl alone. She had to get to Coachella, you know?
Yeah.
I think that, I don't know the other ones, but like if you engage in that sort of cult, do you know what I mean? Like if you are a TikToker who makes a lot of political posts and well then yeah, like you have to walk the walk and talk the talk. Sorry, and your people are going to come for you. Like that's
so you cannot go to a brand house for a company that's owned by a Jew. You just can't.
Can't. And like if that's your content, is a lot of it like making
like taking stances, making statements, activism, etc.
Then yeah, like your people are going to come for you. And honestly, like I stand with them, like, you know, but like the girl who makes videos about Hermes Kelly's like, are you serious? Mm-hmm. So I feel like.
So then did any of the creators like say anything or like apologize or they just laid low?
You can't, you're like in the house with Starbucks.
And like you're being paid by them. Like you have a contract. You can't like disparage the brand.
While inside the house.
And also,
now,
if you do come out against the brand that you just decided to work with, you look like an idiot. Because it's like you don't know anything about the brand that you're working with. What are you doing? You'll just go anywhere.
Let me find the list of TikTokers.
Lay low.
Starbucks.
Lay low, Starbucks creators.
Coachella house.
It gets better. It gets better.
Ugh, like, why are they making this so hard? CoachellaMagazine.com.
Oh, apparently the Umanskis were in the Starbucks house.
Oh, Jews.
They should put Jews in the house.
Ugh, wait, let me just go on TikTok and see like who people are talking about. I saw them talking about Audrey Peters. Starbucks, Coachella. Okay, like everyone's talking about it. It popped up first.
Okay.
Oh, Victoria Paris.
I don't know. I'm not sure who that is.
Bran.
Who's Bran?
Bran.
Do you know who that is?
Yes, he's like he makes a lot of content about being an influencer. I think he also makes a lot of content about politics. And yeah, I think like that's shocking. Like you can't do both.
That's crazy.
It's so funny. I don't see the Umanskis anywhere. It's the people everyone's talking about. Audrey Peters. Victoria Paris is a girl who like travels a lot and like makes a lot of like quirky content about her travel. Like,
yeah.
Yeah, I'm only seeing those three. I can't believe the Umanskis were there. I didn't know that.
Really funny.
What?
It's just funny. Like I just kind of like love it. Like
yeah, of course. Like it's hilarious.
Like go
the
eat each other. I don't care.
Yeah, of course. No. And it's like the crazy thing about the Starbucks thing is that the entire boycott about them being Zionists is actually based on delusional conspiracy theories. Because somebody who has grown up Jewish and Zionist my whole life, everyone I know drinks Starbucks begrudgingly.
Yeah.
Because it's like, yes, they have a Jewish CEO. They refuse to launch stores in Israel. It's always been weird. So it's the fact that they're being boycotted for being Zionist when in fact they are most likely an anti-Zionist organization. It's like, your conspiracy theory isn't even legitimate. Like, it's insane. So now everyone's getting so bent out of shape, literally destroying the lives of all these creators based on false theories. Like, it's insane.
Go off.
No, I agree. Like, not my circus, not my monkeys.
Hysterical stuff.
Agreed.
Was Michaela Nagaro there?
No, she went to Portugal.
She went to Portugal. That's my queen.
She's Portuguese. Family trip to Portugal starts now. She flew coach.
Oh my God, I love her.
I know, and all the comments were, I can't believe you're flying coach, and she was responding like, LOL, why? And it's like, well, because you've literally never flown coach in the time that you've been famous. And like, it was a family trip, so I don't think she wanted to buy like 30 first-class seats, so she just had to slum it in coach.
She's just like us, Michaela Nagaro. I love her. Also, some more like Coachella news. Teddy Swims. I didn't know he was performing. I might have gotten myself there.
You would have went.
He brought out Joe Jonas and Vanessa Carlton during his Coachella set, like really giving the people what he wants, what they want.
Obsessed. Like, he should headline next year. Like, thank you.
He should headline next year. All in all, I feel like the performers, like they got really good people that are commercially successful that like made news in addition to, you know, their Martinez brothers and other
Yeah, that's the thing about
artists.
Coachella. It's actually like inherently like a rave / like alt festival. Like when we went, Tame Impala was one of the headliners, and then they got Lady Gaga, and it was like the biggest deal ever. They usually, how it had started was like as a niche thing, and now it's like so culturally relevant that they have the big Beyonce.
I feel like they have like niche performers during the day and then like a couple huge commercially successful artists, especially at night for like the headliners, and like that works. And ticket sales like have gone up. I was reading like over the last few years they were like dropping. Like
Jackie, it's because of the scandal. I'm telling you. Like, I know
and like
you don't know
last
about
year
it.
was the first year that tickets didn't sell out the first day. It took like a month to sell out tickets. But like this year they sold out very quickly. The resale was so high, and a lot of people are crediting that to Justin Bieber. Like the fact that he was on the ticket, because you can't see him.
Big.
You can go see Sabrina.
I also want to say it's crazy that Taylor Swift has never done Coachella, and I don't think that she ever will.
It's too small.
Except I could see her doing it one year and being the headliner all 3 nights and creating like a 3-night show. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
She has to do things differently because she's on a different level.
I don't think she would do that. I think it's too small for her. And I think if she did it all 3 nights, she would get so much hate from the usual Coachella people being like, this is our concert. You know, this isn't, she would get so much hate. I don't think it would be worth it unless they paid her so much money. I don't think they could afford her.
I love Coachella. Like just as a consumer, and I love seeing it through the eyes of influencers. I feel like there's a big conversation, you know, influencers ruin Coachella. It's crazy how it's literally just a brand event, and there are 2 weekends, and next weekend, quite literally, not one brand activates, not one influencer goes. It's just a music festival. So it's like
nice that they have 2 then.
Yes, like whatever vibe you're going for. I love seeing the young, hot influencers putting together their outfits. Like, it makes me excited. I loved watching, you know who's one of my best dressed? It's your girl Sally. She was in Alix's house. And Alix's house, like, they're just like such like music girls. Like, they just were so cool with their combat boots. Like, they weren't going to like Revolve Fest. They just like hung out with each other.
Listen to awesome music.
Acquired Style wore like a really cool pair of pants. Like, I had a good time watching.
I saw Acquired's pants. And what were you getting from the trends, the fashion trends? Because I feel like Coachella does sometimes like set trends and we can know what to expect. Like for a while it was like Western was coming back, then, you know, a little bit like leathery biker Mad Max. I felt like
this is what everyone's wearing.
What's that, Berman?
Big low-rise pants and a bikini top for a shirt.
Oh, well, that's been in the trend for a while.
Kylie, all the girls.
That's safe. I was seeing a lot of bohemian looks, like kind of OG Coachella.
I know, except, you know, it's kind of dicey because I saw Sierra from Love Island. Oh, no. Iris from Love Island. Like, she had a couple of feathers in her hair, which I feel like is like a no-no culturally.
I wasn't talking about feathers. I was just saying, you know, flowy skirts.
Of course. Like, remember when people used to put like a fake bindi on? Like, you can't do that shit anymore.
I'm just talking about like bohemian vibes.
Like Vanessa Hudgens.
And I do feel like it's coming back a little bit. Even like watching Rachel Zoe on Beverly Hills. I'm like, yes, maybe I need a caftan.
Yeah, I definitely need like a maxi.
Yeah. So I that was the trend I was seeing.
That's beautiful.
It's like, so let's see if that plays out.
Yeah.
but I felt like it was kind of a throwback.
RHOBH had a huge, of course, like this was their moment to shine, huge activation in partnership with Sephora. They had like a carnival. They had, everyone went.
I think I got to start following some new influencers because I only saw only a couple of mine went.
No, that's the good thing about TikTok is like it's not even the people that I follow that went.
Yeah.
TikTok knew I wanted to see Coachella, so they showed me all the Starbucks
No, that's
controversy.
nice, but like I feel like all of my influencers are also growing up, or like less are going to Coachella, so I think I need to start following more.
Yeah, back in our day, like the influencers, it was like the Revolve girls, the fashion bloggers. We Wore What, Amy
Yeah,
Song,
that's why I didn't really see anything like those. Those are the people I still follow. I don't follow like a lot of 23-year-old influencers unless they're like friends with Margot.
So I follow them all on TikTok.
I got it. Okay, that's on me. I need to educate myself. Also, major fucking news from Coachella. Katy Perry and Justin Trudeau, like fucking slumming it at Coachella. For both of them, that is so humiliating. First of all, Katy Perry should be up there headlining, and if she's not, what is she doing there?
Yeah.
Justin Trudeau,
Yeah,
sitting on the stoop eating ramen out of a red Solo cup.
While also like his Twitter was like still active. I saw somebody like quoting his tweets being like, this is a crazy tweet from somebody who's actively at Coachella. Like as he was at Coachella, he was also tweeting about like some, prime minister in Lebanon. I don't remember. And it's like,
he's not even at Coachella like in a premium way from what we saw. Like he's in the crowd. Like I could
that's the thing about Coachella. Even the most famous people ever, Taylor and Travis went one year, and like there's a little section, but you're just in the crowd.
They didn't like sit on the stoop like they're drunk waiting for their Uber. That was seriously so disturbing to see.
It was really crazy.
It's so crazy.
It is. I feel as though they're a match made in heaven, and I really ship them wholeheartedly.
Agreed. But they need to mind themselves and
really because they go to like the World
image.
Economic Summit together, and you just can't do that in Coachella. So choose one.
No, but like you could even do Coachella, but stand dignified with your hands in your pockets, nodding along, whatever. To sit like that,
it's shocking. To degrade yourself
dress
like
with
that,
the hat backwards and the red no. Yeah, that was really crazy.
Yeah.
So that's mostly it for Coachella. Oh, and Kylie took over Coachella. She was having a ball.
Big Bieber fan.
Was Timothy a big Haley fan? Was Timothy,
no. All of her content, she was wearing like Justin Bieber t-shirts.
Yeah, no, because
Bieberchella.
she's a good friend.
Bieberchella.
Was Timothy in the orbit, or she was not acting like he was?
No, and her house was very much giving like girls trip, Stas and crew.
Stas and Stormy's room.
Yeah. Although I did see like one picture of like someone who they thought Timothy was in a bandana, but like we can't be sure.
I don't think he was. She would have like done like more like soft launch sort of stuff, and there was like it seemed like a girls trip.
I'm really sick of them, like, and their unwillingness to give us anything publicly, like on Instagram.
I understand.
Except if it's like at an award show supporting his terrible movies.
I understand that you are hurt.
I am hurt. I am turt.
Are you ready for our next story? Like moving on from Coachella for the moment.
So is this number 2 or
this
like
would be
6?
number 2. Yeah.
Oh, yikes. Okay.
But like, I'm going to just see how things shake out.
Okay.
We're going to talk about the need to know stories. 2 things. Summer House Gate West Mandival Friday.
My God, yes.
On Friday, Summer House star Amanda Batula broke her silence on the backlash to the romance with West Wilson. So she shared in a message on her IG a picture of her dog saying, "Hi guys, I'll keep this short and sweet. I've obviously been MIA, but I wanted to come back on and say that I'm truly sorry to everyone I've disappointed and hurt, especially those I know personally who I've reached out to individually. For the sake of my mental health, I'm going to try to start living life with some sense of normalcy. If you see me out or posting online, please know that this still weighs very heavily on me. I'm not ignoring what's happening or what's unfolded." She added that she will be at the reunion and will be addressing any and all questions honestly and directly there. So that came out on Wednesday. And then this weekend, her and West were spotted out to dinner. Then the next day, he was like paparazzi'd leaving her place, like carrying his shoes, like very walk of shame. I guess like anytime they leave the house, like we get like real-time photos of them and what they're doing. She was like, they were out at a bar. She was like wearing her scarf around her head, like incognito.
The statement that she released was genuinely one of the weirdest things, because as I was reading it, I'm like, okay. And then I get to the part where she's like, "I'm leaving the house and just want you all to know, like, I'm leaving the house."
Yeah.
And
you're going to see me leaving the house, and I don't want you to think poorly
that I'm
of
not
me.
thinking about it, but I am thinking about it just outside, but I'm still bad girl repenting.
I don't want you to think worse of me than you already do by leaving the
Yeah.
house. And I
It's
know you all
giving-
expect me to be holed up in my house.
And it's giving, like, I checked the weather app. It's going to be nice. Let me let everyone know I'm going outside, but I'm still thinking about how bad of a thing it is that I did.
The way that I read it is she needs to get out of the house for her mental health, which I believe she does. You know, it's been 2 weeks. If she's just holed up at home, that's really bad. I think she's scared of leaving the house because she's scared of what people are going to say about her if they see her with friends having fun out with West. But it is more important for her right now to like leave the house and have a breather than it is for her to worry about what people think. So she's just sort of staving them off, but being like, I need to leave the house. And by the way, I think she needs to leave the house. And
yes,
I understand her wanting to make this statement because if she just started like living life and like we'd be like, what the fuck? So she's addressed it in a weird way. There's no good way to do it because what she did wasn't good. And now she wants to leave the house and that's fine. I actually was looking at the pictures. And in this moment, like I kind of feel not bad for West, but I feel like he's sort of in a pickle because
obviously
I feel like he's not into it anymore. Like, the vibes just went
there's nothing fun about what's going on.
No, and the vibes just went so down, but he like can't break it off or spend less time with her, even though it must be like such a buzzkill. And he's not about that. Like he's West Wilson. He's
Not
gotta
only
have
that,
fun.
One thing we know about West is he has a real fixation on being well liked. He likes being famous. He likes being beloved. And not only is he the opposite of that, but he has found himself in this situation because of this girl. And we know he's not one to like dive into an exclusive monogamous. That's sort of like his downfall. So he's hated. He's in a relationship. Sort of not forced, but like by his own actions, like he has no other choice.
No, and he can't really like spend time away from Amanda at the moment. Like she's not doing well. She's chosen him over everyone. So it's up to him to be there for her. And I don't think he's an inherently like bad, evil person.
No.
And I do think he likes her, obviously a lot, but especially as a friend and like your friend, like, so I don't think he's going to be like leaving her side right now, but I don't think that's who he wants to be is like, these in this like downer apartment where everyone's just like struggling. And as far as him being beloved and struggling with that, he's getting paparazzi. The whole world is talking about Wes Wilson. Like, I don't think he minds that part so much. Like, literally, like, here he is, like, with his AirPods, like, walking down the street. Everywhere he goes, he's getting paparazzi. Like, I think he doesn't mind that.
I don't know. I mean, I guess we really have to see how the reunion shakes out. Like, it could surprise us.
I just think this
Sierra
whole situation
has not said
is such
one
a
word.
bummer for him. And he's like, he doesn't do bummer.
Yeah, no, it's like, it's not the vibe.
It's not the vibe. And like, he's not having a good time, but he can't leave because he's like a person with a conscience. And this girl, she's not doing well. No, even the strongest people can't handle stuff like this. And she's not very strong.
And she's bearing the brunt of it. In terms of like we all hate Wes, right? Like what he did was bad, but the fixation is mostly on Amanda for betraying her friend, girl's girl, bed bug, yada, yada. So they're both going through it, but she's not only a more fragile person, she's going through, like, it's more fixated on her,
It's
the attention.
worse for her. I agree.
Yeah.
So I don't.
And because nobody expects much of Wes. Like, he hasn't been a really stand-up guy, partner, friend to anyone in the time that we've known him. And like Amanda's thing has been like this wounded bird in a bad marriage and a best friend who she loves. Girls, girl, girls, girl, girls, girl.
Yeah. I think it's actually been a further fall for her.
Oh,
Even
absolutely.
though he wants to be well-liked, I think he's just happy to be famous. She's always been well-liked.
And this whole situation has been like very on brand for West. It's been so off brand for Amanda. Like the sheer shock of it is what it makes it such a big story.
Yeah.
And that's due to her involvement in it.
Yeah. Well, are you ready for our next story?
If it's our next story, that's brought to you by Pepsi Prebiotic Cola. So Pepsi Prebiotic Cola, they launched a new product. And fun fact about me is that I love Pepsi. It is my soda brand of choice. A lot of people think I'm lying, but I have years of proof saying that I prefer Pepsi simply because of the taste. I don't like to get bogged down by brands or what people think. I just go by what I like best. And Pepsi is a superior tasting brand. And that's why I love their new product. It's a Pepsi Prebiotic Cola. If you're looking for a cola that delivers, Pepsi Prebiotic Cola is it. Nothing beats that great Pepsi taste. It's delicious. It has 3 grams of prebiotic fiber, 5 grams of sugar, just 30 calories, and no artificial sweeteners. It honestly tastes like the original Pepsi that you know and love, but it's got so much more to love. I've tried it. I loved it. It comes in 2 flavors, original cola and cherry vanilla. Both still have that great Pepsi taste, but now with even more to love. Again, no artificial sweeteners, only 5 grams of sugar and just 30 calories, plus that Pargy 3 grams of prebiotic fiber. I love the original cola because, like I said, I love the original taste. The cherry vanilla is very Ben Soffer coded. He loves a flavored soda. He loves it, the Pepsi Cola. Use our code 20prebiotic to get 20% off of that Pepsi Prebiotic Cola on Amazon from now until May 30th. Go out and try the Pepsi Prebiotic Cola today. Today's episode is also brought to you by Ladder. We're excited about partnering with Ladder. So imagine having a workout plan from an expert coach that's new each week and can be done from anywhere. That's Ladder. So consider it your own personal trainer without the insanely exorbitant cost, inconvenient scheduling, or awkward small talk, but with the same expert guidance and structured workouts to get you real results. So, I feel like anytime I've ever gone to a gym, I sort of just wander around. I don't know a lot about how the machines work, and I always feel kind of stupid. And that's why I really like the Ladder app. It really changes how I work out. So it's an expert strength training plan. It's not a content library. So there are no challenges. You just get on one of their programs. It's progressive programming designed by certified coaches. You get a new plan every week that builds on the one before. So it's very personalized, which is why I really like it. The workouts connect each week. It progresses from one before through structured training blocks. It feels like having a coach who's right there in the room with you. They've got great personalities. I personally do a lot of programming for Maya. I like their vibes. It's very personal, right? Like somebody, your instructor might not be the instructor for me. So I really like that they have a bunch of different personalities on there because it is very, it's hard to get up and do it. And so you want to have a good time while you're doing it. They track your progress automatically. The app remembers your weights, your reps, your sets. So you don't have to write anything down. You don't have to remember anything because the next time you come back to the app, it has all of your memory. There's a real community, so you can engage with others. It's very supportive. Lots of toasters on there. I really enjoy the using the app. So remove the guesswork with Ladder and get a real coach in your ear telling you exactly what to do. No thinking, everything done for you. If you have an iPhone, head to ladder.fit/toast. Take a quick quiz to find your perfect Ladder plan and use our link to get a free 7-day trial with no credit card and $10 off your first month if you join. Today's episode is also brought to you by Vanderpump Villa. So, Vanderpump Villa is back, and this season it heads to the English countryside at Rosecroft Park, a new playground for luxury, indulgence, and plenty of chaos, all under the watchful eye of one Miss Lisa Vanderpump. So new and returning staff, along with fan favorite and celebrity mom, Stassi Schroeder, they are living and working together once again, serving high-end guests while navigating friendships, rivalries, and temptation behind the scenes. This season comes with a twist. The Villa is a full-blown reality crossover event. They've got guest appearances from The Bachelor, Love Island, The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, but she's not filming, and more, turning every stay into its own unforgettable spectacle. Pour yourself something decadent because the drama and the tea will be served. Watch the new season of Vanderpump Villa premiering April 16th on Hulu and Hulu on Disney Plus for bundle subscribers. Terms apply. I'm so excited. I feel like the Vanderpump Villa was a huge topic of conversation in the most recent season of Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. So I'm very excited to see that episode and all the episodes. See my girl Stassi. Watch a new season of Vanderpump Villa premiering April 16th on Hulu and Hulu on Disney Plus for bundle subscribers. Terms apply.
Thank you, Turt Supply.
You're welcome.
Our next story, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star Rachel Zoe has been slammed by her ex, Rodger Berman's new girlfriend. Actually, not so new girlfriend, as Bree Jacoby says. So Bree Jacoby is the lady love of Rodger Berman, who's the ex-husband of Rachel Zoe. So Bree shared a snippet from Real Housewives of Beverly Hills where Rachel is complaining to Dorit about her ex-husband declaring his love for his new girlfriend on her birthday via Instagram. Rachel suggested Rodger was trying to deliberately irritate her because the two women's birthdays are days apart and they're both stylists. So Bree wrote on her Instagram stories, "Leave me the fuck alone. What's so insane? You did not want to be married and said it yourself. You wish you left 7 years ago. You're acting like a jealous woman. Get a new storyline. I'm not going anywhere, so get used to it." She said, since so many of my friends reached out, I want to set the record straight. My birthday is September 2nd, one day after her, not 3. We have been dating for almost 2 years. I'm actually a businesswoman who happens to style, not a celebrity stylist. But you do you, girl, respect. She then claimed that she met Rachel and Rodger's 2 children a year after dating their dad. She then dismissively called Rachel a great actor, but insisted she was so sick of her storyline. She said, quote, I actually don't care about anything other than the kids and my relationship. I wish her the best and to find love and happiness. I would be a modern family, but she can't do it. It's very sad, but that's her own issue. We are better than the drama, but I'm really getting tired of this portrayal of him and me. It's not true. Rodger is an incredible father, might I add, and an incredible boyfriend, best human. Then she said, the issue is that she takes zero accountability for her own behavior and is absolutely awful to me, calls me trash. Bad press is good press, so keep talking. But if you're going to talk, at least be a woman and talk to me direct. Like I said, I ain't going anywhere. See ya at the bar mitzvah.
Ooh.
That made me sick.
Although I do want to say, like, and I love Rachel more than anything, but like she's talking a lot. And this girl does have the right to defend herself. And I feel like half of what their issue is like, this is everyone's perspective, right? Like, this girl just started dating a guy with kids. She doesn't, know how big of a deal it is to Rachel. I do think she could probably be a lot more sensitive around the kids. Like, that last sentence was beyond fucking unnecessary.
Yeah.
But like at some point, like if, this is not how the girlfriend has experienced it. And then this girl's going on TV, the more famous, wealthy, well-known, like kind of slandering your name. Like Rachel did invite this because she brought it to TV. And so you just have to know that that's going to happen.
Yeah, I didn't see the most recent episode, so I don't know if she like talks. I'm sure she talks more about it, but like everything I've seen to this point has really been about like Rodger.
Yeah, and so her most recent gripe was like really not that big. She comes to Dorit's party like so verklempt. It's like, what happened now? She's like, everyone's blowing up my phone. Rodger like wished his girlfriend a happy birthday and like hard lunch on Instagram. Like, why do you care?
Because it was on Rachel's birthday, but it turns out their birthdays are one day apart. So did he post it on her birthday or the girl's birthday?
I'm not sure.
So that would be important to know. But still,
like you hate Rodger so much, like this shouldn't.
But still, it doesn't sound like Rachel has said anything about the new girlfriend. Like, why is his new girlfriend? Like, you know what I mean?
No, it's more so about Rodger's timeline and Rodger like doing like the appropriate thing in terms of introducing to the kids.
Yeah.
Introducing to the world. Yeah, no, she has a real problem with Rodger. Although I don't think she loves Bree either.
Yeah. And I think for Rachel, whose like experience was that she was with Rodger for almost 30 plus years. And then like one day he woke up as a different person and wants a new life. And that's not to spoil the book that I'm reading
it's
right
the vibe
now.
From Strangers, but please don't stop spoiling stuff.
Like, unleash hell. I don't care.
Yeah.
And she's not even spoken about this girl, said her name, nothing. But like Rachel has a right to like process what Rodger's done to her publicly because they're all public people.
Yeah. And I'm sure Bree is like loving this. I'm just
team Rachel. Like, see you at the bar mitzvah. Like, go fuck yourself. How about that? That's really nasty to say. Because that's like using the kids to like drum up drama. They're like, you didn't need to say that. Go talk about accountability, whatnot. I don't give a fuck. But like, that's really nasty.
I agree. No, and when you're blending a family, I just want to say, like, I am no better than Rachel. Like, I'm sorry. I could never. Like, and I think people who do it successfully are some of the most amazing, mature people. But like having to ship my kid off to go be parented by this rando who calls herself stepmom. Like, oh my God, I could never. People who do it successfully are the most amazing, mature people. Like, I just couldn't.
Yeah.
And I think when you are the step parent, you have to be so gentle and you have to move so slowly. And like this girl, like with the bat mitzvah, just disgusting.
Also, this girl's now saying, actually, we've been together for 2 years. I didn't meet them for a year. So what, did he meet you the day after he left Rachel or did he meet you before they split up? You're not really helping your case. And I will say, I feel like when it comes to blended families, like it's really on the person. So in this case, Rodger.
Yeah.
To blend.
Always is.
It's not on Rachel. And what's Bree gonna do? Bree can be as nice as she wants, but if like Rachel and Rodger have a really bad relationship, then there's not gonna be a blending. So like Rodger, if you want the blend, then you need to like come to the table a little bit. And he seems like he just like woke up one day. He picked up and left,
and Rachel's mere presence is an inconvenience to him.
Yeah, that doesn't work. So if Bree wants to blend, you have to do it.
Yeah.
And you have to like keep Rachel happy and run big decisions by her, like when you're going to introduce the kids to a girlfriend.
Yeah, I don't even think Rachel's issue was that she was introduced too quickly, it was that she was introduced without Rachel's knowledge, and that has to be
when Rachel was out of the country, when the brother was not with his brother. Like that's not the right time to do it.
No, that's fucking traumatizing for a kid. And
he can't go and like be with his mom. Like, so no,
terrible.
Wrong. And Brie, you were there for that. Why didn't you say that's wrong?
Right.
So,
but I'll see you at the bar mitzvah. Ugh.
I'd cancel the event.
Agreed.
Like, we can have a small event at home.
Oh,
sick. Are you ready for our next story? Major sports news this weekend. We don't have to wait till the next full episode of Full Swing to find out that Rory McIlroy won the Masters. The first to repeat since Tiger Woods.
Jackie.
What? Did he not?
That's what I wanted to remember at the beginning of the show.
Yay!
That I watched the Masters this weekend.
I watched a little Masters towards the end of the day yesterday, but I didn't know who won until this morning because I obviously don't have the right algorithm, and I didn't see it until, and I was like, who won? I wish I could know who won the Masters.
It was so annoying to watch. Like, I don't know if everyone hates Rory McIlroy, but like I do. I was
Why?
really rooting for... Well, one, because he's just not American. Like, and I was rooting for an American. Sorry, I'm toxic like that. I was rooting for Scottie Scheffler.
Xenophobic, okay.
Yeah, like, no, sorry. Like, it's in Georgia. I wanted one of the American players to win. Like, it's like the Olympics. He gives me such bad vibes.
Really?
And then I also saw a tweet, like, drama.
What's the drama?
So somebody said that Rory McIlroy has, like, not played in the last couple of tournaments and instead has gotten unlimited access to play Augusta. So it's like, yeah, well, maybe I would have won too if I didn't like actually do any other tournaments and then spent the last month getting unlimited play at Augusta.
I guess he got unlimited play because he's the reigning champion, and so you can go play Augusta whenever you want. And you're Rory McIlroy. I'm sure Scottie Scheffler can play Augusta as much as he wants to. Just want to say.
I was just looking for Scottie Scheffler to win. He was in second place. He lost by 2 strokes, maybe even 1. His wife, turned herself inside out 9 days postpartum to show up at this tournament event, and her husband didn't even win. Like, not gonna lie, like if I'm her, I'm mad.
Why? He got a big bag, like for coming in second place.
I think somebody else. I think he had to split it, because there were other people who came
in second.
I think like 5 people came in third.
Oh, but second place get in the Masters, $2.43 million.
That's still good, obviously.
Yeah, but like they had like. It costs a lot to get there.
I don't know. I don't find Rory like warm. And I love like sports moments when people win and their family comes and they give great interviews and they cry. He gives me none of that. He's like a robot. And when I see, last year I remember, and then this year too, he like gives his daughter a hug and it just like, I don't know, it was weird. Like she didn't seem excited. Like,
oh my God.
And he has like a weird sordid personal history.
He had a bad moment. He him and his wife, he was leaving his wife. He was having a relationship with like this golf correspondent who's all over Full Swing. She's like the one female in golf. And then he went back to his wife and daughter.
Yeah,
and he
I
was
just
like
don't
having a
like
relationship.
him.
His daughter's very young. This is all happening.
And
recently.
Tiger Woods was slated to play, but he did take himself. I asked Ben, I'm like, did they tell him he couldn't play? No, he took himself out. I'm sorry, like you should have gotten eliminated. Just the fact that you had to take yourself out, they should have taken you out.
Yeah.
Like they're so strict you can't even take pictures at the Masters.
What do you mean?
There are no phones allowed at the Masters.
There's not. I heard that this year, like the Masters is sort of like loosey-goosey, kind of buck wild.
No. They're very strict about a lot of things. Dress code, no phones.
Yeah.
A friend of mine was there. She was sending me pictures on her digital camera.
Oh, very cool. So I don't have this personal gripe with Rory McIlroy.
I do.
During Full Swing, he really comes off as like the hero.
Really?
Yeah. He's like become like the spokesperson for like the PGA versus Live saga.
Yes, of course.
And
that's why Ben doesn't like him.
Yeah, because like Live is cool and there's a lot of money, but like he really took like a ethical stance against them, and he was probably one of the biggest players who didn't go to Live, and he just became like the voice of the PGA. And then
Ben
they kind of screwed him because they wound up merging PGA and Live when they had him out there like saying all this stuff and putting up such a big defense for it. So he seems pretty scrupled in that regard, not when it comes to his wife and,
Yes, but Ben said that like he was coming for a lot of the players. Like it's easy to take that stand when you are at a level that like you don't need that money. The reason why so many players were going to Live was because they were giving them like these insane offers.
Claudia, it was the people who went to Live who got insane offers have insane money already.
No, not everyone.
No,
not everyone.
The big ones, the people who made Live, Phil Mickelson.
Yeah, I love Phil Mickelson. I just I get such good vibes from him.
Yeah, no, it wasn't really about the money for them, but it was so much money. So who else went? Like Dustin, I think Brooks went.
Yep.
And they already had a lot of money, but they were like, this is an insane amount of money, like generational wealth. Yeah, who could turn that down? But it's not like they were struggling.
I just don't like Rory McIlroy. I'm sorry. He gives off bad vibes. It's all based on vibes.
Okay.
It's all based on really like that thing he did to his wife. Sound off in the comments. Like, do you also get those vibes or am I off base? Like, I think everyone really dislikes him. No?
Maybe, maybe everyone dislikes him, which like makes me like him. And I understand he's not like the sexiest guy in golf.
Definitely not.
There's a lot of people
I will say,
with,
like, none of the hockey players are hot except that one, Bryson.
Hockey?
Did I say hockey?
You
No.
did.
None of the golf players are like
cute.
He's really not, and he's just not.
Okay.
And all of them look cute in their hats, and then they take them off, and they all have receding hairlines. Except
mean.
what's his name? Bryson. Cam
Young
he's hot.
is cute.
Okay, so he was like almost coming second, third. I think he ended up in third. He looks like Thomas Rhett, and I was rooting for him.
Yeah. Masters are just so exciting. Now, I'll watch them in a year, but I hope everyone who watched them this weekend had a great time.
I did. It's fun. I like something. It's so rooted in tradition. Oh, and the funny thing is that when the Masters, like the prize is obviously money and this jacket. It's like the biggest deal. And you get the jacket. It's gifted to you by the previous year's winner. They put it on you. But I think he had to like put it on himself.
Yeah. And it was probably already like fitted for him. Or is it a fresh jacket? Also, it's crazy. You can only wear your jacket there. The rules of like winning the Masters and Augusta.
The jacket stays in the locker room.
Yeah.
And you don't get to take it home with you.
And it's like, if you win the Masters, you get like access to play the course. It's so crazy what you have to do to play there.
Yeah, and I wouldn't recommend looking at the courses like history on allowing Jews in. I don't think it's so great.
Yeah, no, it doesn't seem like the most inclusive.
You kind of need to like look past
like
it.
Coachella.
Sordid history.
Yeah. Yeah. So, congratulations to Rory. That works for me. I feel bad for Justin Rose. He came close again, but no cigar.
He was in first for a while yesterday.
Last year was between Rory and Justin too. And, he has Cavaliers.
He definitely has like a dartboard with Rory's face on it.
He has Cavaliers.
Oh, he should have won.
Yeah, for the Cavs.
And he is the same night. I literally was expecting to see Whitney Rose's husband. They were like, and up next, Justin Rose. I'm like, oh, no way. I wonder if Whitney's here.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah.
Okay, are you ready for our fifth and final story?
Did Haley Steinfeld ever like announce her baby's name?
Not that I've seen.
Damn.
Not in a manner that.
Even though I heard it's like Harper.
Not in a manner that presented itself to me. Harper Allen.
And by heard, I mean I like heard it in
Harper
like TikTok
Allen.
comment.
It sounds like a textbook
Lawyer.
company.
Oh yeah, or like Harper Allen and Associates.
Yeah.
Lawyer.
Where'd you hear Harper?
Like a TikTok comment or something.
Our fifth and final story: NASA welcomes record-setting Artemis 2 Moonfarers back to Earth.
And the way they've been like received with a hero's welcome, I'm so glad. Like I saw one of them being like driven to his house, and there was like a police blockade and a parade.
Yeah. So Artemis 2 has landed. The first astronauts to travel to the moon in more than half a century are back on Earth after a record-setting mission aboard Artemis 2. They accomplished their mission.
Descent.
They did it with grace. Very inspiring. And you know what? I feel like we needed this.
I completely agree.
As a civilization. Because it's crazy.
Like,
when
these are
you're
the types
up there,
of people who should be famous.
When you're up there, it's one Earth. When we're down here, it's like, oh, Yusa Groot said and she was mean and like all this stuff. But when you're up there, we are one. And I feel like
it's always a message of unity.
I feel like that's what the Blue Origin women were trying to do. They were trying to tell us that. You know what I mean? Like it was so beautiful.
Good message, wrong messenger.
Because I feel like we should all leave Earth just so that we can see that we're all one.
Yeah. I actually heard the female Caroline, the female astronaut, talking about what it felt like to look at Earth.
What did she say?
And she was actually had a kind of like chilling statement. She was like, I wasn't even looking so much at Earth. I was looking at all the blackness around it. Like how we are just, all we have is each other.
It was really chilling. Each other, you guys.
And I'm obsessed with like them coming back and like being famous, getting paparazzi. Like I wish you could have seen this parade they had for him in his hometown. This big Sprinter van, like a very Hailey Bieber. It's like, yes, let's award people who study science and further our, the human race. Like those are the people who should be famous.
Real heroes and brave, because you go up there to do this work for the world, and you don't know what could happen out there.
Of course, I watched them landing, parachuting successfully, all 3 parachutes into the ocean. I got really emotional. I imagine they're like relief from their kids and their family just being like, oh, not only did my mom and dad like achieve their dreams, make world news, but they made it home safely, which doesn't happen to everyone.
Yeah.
It was very, very beautiful. There's something so emotional about spacemanship,
And we needed that. And I hope the message isn't lost on people,
And I hope Katy Perry feels vindicated in some kind of way.
Yeah. Or not. I don't know if she does, but I'm feeling like, I think all regular people should go to space to see that we're one. And that's what those women tried to do. And we all made fun of them.
I just want to say, I don't need to go to space to know that we're one. Like, I know it.
I just have to think really hard about it. So even if you can't get to space to see that we're one, really think about it.
Try closing your eyes.
Imagine what it would be like to go in a spaceship and see Earth. And so your
it's
neighbor,
the whole world.
Your
it's
neighbor
people who lives in China. Like, China feels like a different planet, but it's not.
We're one human race.
Yeah.
One human race.
Carol.
Huh?
Carol.
The wife?
I'm going to wait for you to get it.
The wife? Yeah.
Carol.
But we're one human race.
Carol.
Well, she's a spot on the moon now.
But she's so much more than that.
Yeah.
She is Carol.
Not to like call out your call, but I just don't feel like it's driving the point home.
That's not shocking. And I'm sort of like immune to this sort of hate,
Sound up in the comments and Claudia, drive the point home.
You guys know, like, I feel like I don't even need to explain it. Maybe you're not as deep as me. Carol.
Okay. One human race. So let's stop all this bickering.
Carol.
And if you want to bicker, just don't do it with me,
Or do it in our comment section to drive engagement.
It's true. But like, keep the fighting over there because I'm part of one human race.
Yeah. What's your race? Human.
No, but seriously, and I feel like that's what the astronauts are trying to tell us.
I know. They have come down to Earth and they're preaching like very much this message of unity because it must be so overwhelming when you get up there. Like, you can't believe, like, and especially in our country, we're so divided.
We're going to tear this beautiful planet apart.
When like just like ripping each other's throats out.
When all we have is each other in this big wide galaxy.
Look around, sweetie. There's no one else.
Just us. No one's coming.
No one's coming. Not the aliens. Not anyone.
It's frustrating. Imagine they're frustrated. The astronauts.
Yeah. Well, we hear you. At least the two of us.
The message came through to us.
Message equals received.
Yeah. Job well done. Jolly good job.
Nalafi, it had to be done.
Yeah.
Almost hour and a half. It had to be done. Lofchella. The N is silent. Thank you guys so much for listening to The Toast, the Millennial Morning Show, where we deliver the fast 5 stories that you need to know every Monday through Friday on YouTube. So you're watching us on YouTube, please feel free to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. We're also available as podcasts and every podcast can be found. So that's Spotify, iTunes, Stitcher, Public Video, iHeart, Castbox, all the places where we listen podcasts. Find us at Toast, leave a 5-star review about our beautiful setting and wiggly talented we are.
Love ya. Bye.
Okay, never mind. Jackie and I just wrapped the show. It's, okay, literally 13 minutes ago, Alex Cooper posted a TikTok tagging Earle, speaking directly to Alex. We cannot wait till tomorrow. This is my fucking Coachella. I'll play the video for everyone in case you haven't seen it, okay?
Because it's breaking news. It's just Alex talking to her phone like in her backyard, so you don't need to see it.
Hey guys. You guys know I don't usually address this kind of stuff because it feels like a waste of time, and honestly, it's embarrassing to participate in this, but I am obviously seeing the videos, I'm getting tagged, I see the DMs, I see the comments, so at this point it just feels long overdue. Earle, hey girl. The passive aggressive reposts and the likes and the commenting on things, I gotta call you out here. You're gonna need to get specific and just say what you gotta say about me. There's no NDA. No one is stopping you. Stop hiding behind other people and just say it yourself. What's the beef? Because I'm really tired of waking up and seeing you using this fake drama to distract from other shit going online for you. Not interested. I know what happened, and so do you.
Tell us.
So talk. Unless the fake narrative that you're creating happens to be way more interesting than the truth. I have nothing to hide when it comes to you and me. So, unless you actually have something to say, I'm out. This is over. Have a good Monday, everyone.
Okay, so quite literally, first of all, we still know nothing, but this is chilling. She literally just, the caption is at Alix Earle. When somebody said that to me the second we stopped recording, I got chills. Like, I need to know what happened.
I just want to say that video is like masterful.
Yeah.
Masterful. Like, wow. We don't see a move like that often, but it puts all of the onus on Alix Earle, and it puts so much pressure on this story to be tea. Because if Alix Earle doesn't show up with something really salacious, and now it actually has to be even more drama than what we thought originally, because now she's like calling her out for being like, it really wasn't anything. So if it just winds up being like a little skirmish, I don't think she could have handled this in a better way.
What is she talking about, though, that Alix is using this as a distraction from what's really going on online?
That was just shade. That was shade.
Because there's nothing going, like, if there's something going on, I know about it. Like, everyone loves Alix. She's the best. Her brand is amazing. She deserves a Pulitzer for how she launched with her puzzle pieces. Like, the products are great. Everybody loves the products. The shipping fast.
She's just like shading her and throwing suspicion on her. And maybe you could say, like, you know, all the shea butter and Real Activis. I don't fucking know. but I'm sorry, this is masterful.
I'm scared. Like, I'm scared for Alix. Like, because Alix Cooper's so serious in the video, and she kind of delivers it. She doesn't say like. She has no filler words. She's speaking directly to camera. I feel very threatened. Like, I'm scared for Alix. And, you know, Alix Earle right now is like hungover from Coachella, and like she's seeing this. I can only imagine. But the thing is like, I do stand with Alix Cooper in the sense that I need to know what happened. So I actually appreciate her putting this video out, because I feel like we're getting closer to the possibility. Alix Earle is edging us a little bit, like with the
that's
little
what
likes.
you said, and that is what she's been doing, and it's been frustrating for us. And I imagine if you're Alix Cooper, regardless of what happened, like she's putting Alix Cooper in a bad spot. So Alix Cooper has every right to defend herself, and
her not telling everyone,
and better than like this is better than anything she could have done. Like.
Yeah.
Really, it's really sharp.
Alix Earle not telling everyone what Alix Cooper did just lets people's mind wander and definitely makes it worse than what actually happened.
No, and even if she had told us last week what Alix Cooper did, it would have been better than now, where it has to be really crazy now. Like, she will have to tell us a really crazy story, which I don't think it's really crazy. I think it was really just, you know, like micro offenses and just a different way of working and just not a good fit. That's obviously not tea.
Maybe a little like ego, you know, I'm Big Al. No, I'm Big Al.
I don't think anything like that was ever said. So what are you going to talk about?
It was vibes.
Things that were not said? Like, you sound
things
crazy.
That were felt.
I'm sorry, this just puts a lot of pressure on Alix Earle, like, to have a story and deliver. And
she doesn't really have a podcast anymore, so I'm curious, like, what
medium? This is perfect for a GRWM.
Yeah. This is a developing story. I'm hoping to have more to share tomorrow.
No, it's like
but
literally
we just had to add
parking lot, 3:00, and it's like, if Alix Earle doesn't show up, like, she's
there or be square.
She's a coward.
Yeah.
So she like has to, like, what would you do now if you're Alix Earle?
Cry. Like, I don't know.
She like has to respond.
Yeah.
I wonder how she could still respond in a way that I'm like, oh, that's
yeah, of course. No, you know, this is giving Dramageddon. Bye, sister.
Yeah.
Like dueling videos where Alix Cooper makes hers. Everyone sides with Alix Cooper. Alix Earle makes hers. Oh no, wait, we're back to Team Alix Earle. Like, to the point where you go back and forth and then people stop caring.
Yeah. So ball's in Alix Earle's court, and unfortunately for her, she has to take a shot and she cannot miss.
Yeah.
Otherwise, point for Lex.
This is a developing story. We will keep you briefed, of course, on kind of the biggest thing going on in pop culture right now, and we will see you tomorrow again.
Love you. Bye. Again, still loving you. Still bye.
Always and forever.